normally comes from a kind of, I don't know, maybe a lack of communication or even just a lack of experience on the maps compared to some of these other teams that really have been playing the maps in a competitive format for, you know, potentially years at the moment. So looks like we're going to be getting this one started. I'm going to be rolling out with the guys from HMNZ here, seeing where they head out to off the gates.
Let's
Definitely
get
going to
this
be
show on
taking
the road.
keeping a close eye on Ginger here in the Jag Panther, which is a pretty impressive tank. So right now it's looking like a left focus, yeah, western focused lineup or rollout there from NRD from the looks of things. So they're going to be heading down there with their T-54 lightweight, seeing what they can spot. As we've got Wilso just firing a few shots across here. I don't think anyone has been hit so far. We've got Death of Rats playing fairly aggressively up here in his T-54. There's now, oh, okay, so they've left the Jag Panther. HMNZ have left their TD back at base on 100%. So right now we've got Death of Rats coming out. Ooh, that was close. Oh, and there we go. Kiwi Freedom actually taking a lot of shots. Dropped down to 59% HP right there. So it's looking like at the moment HMNZ taking a few more shots than they're giving. As Kiwi Freedom, one more shot will take him down. That's going to be Death of Rats picking up that first kill of the match. So, right now they've got one tier 8 down. NRD, got to be pretty happy with that. Taney Local is going to be the next focus right now. And HMNZ, they need to put in a little bit of damage control right here, as it's not looking too good for them. Let's take a look at Ginger, see if he can hit anything, or is hitting anything at the moment. And, oh no, aiming at that T-37 there, I'm not convinced. I feel as though he needs to kind of move towards. Oh, is he even in there? Yeah, there you go, 500 HP, but really doing 500 damage on a T-37 when the rest of your team is getting absolutely obliterated by tier 8s. I'm not sure about that. Wilso is just going to be taking down Bogan Warrior there, and China Net here in the T-37 doing a great job just baiting everything out. It's more of the HMNZ guys taking shots. They've only got 3 tier 8s left, 1 T-32, 1 Tiger 2, and a Jag Panther. So Wilso 2276, the Wilso man, is going to be helping to finish off Goal Hell, who goes down the T-32. And really, this is just a walk in the park, I think it's safe to say, for NRD. And we've got 5% there. There we go. Ginger goes down. Madman 99 in the Tiger 2. Going to be the last man standing, but not able to. And in fact, NRD, they're going to be also getting the base cap happening as well. So had 2 different chances to win there. But there we go. So taking a look at the battle results there. We've got up the top. Wow, yeah, that is a pretty depressing amount of damage coming out of the HMNZ squad, to be honest. I mean, Goal Hell there in the T-32. When you're topping with 600 damage, it's back to the drawing board, to be honest. Unfortunately for them, but well, they've got another match to go back to the drawing board now. This is a best of 3, of course. So here we are, and on the other side, NRD, we've got Wilso 2276 up the top with 2.5k damage, Death of Rats 2.3k, Dead Man Walking 1.2, and Panzer here in Extravagance also cracked the 1k mark, with TKRR dealing 566, and China Net down the bottom there in the T-37, of course, with 357. And that's another funny thing with the HMNZ lineup. They've got the tier 6, who's, I mean, to be fair, a tank destroyer, but when your tier 6 is 3rd place out of 7 in a team of tier 8s, little bit worrying, to be honest. So hopefully they can bounce back from this and really take it to them. So it looks like we've got a bit of a connection issue there, lag problem apparently coming out from HMNZ. So what we might do is just quickly jump off to a short little break here, And yeah, I think we'll head off, get the next match starting very, very soon once these guys have fixed up that little bit of lag. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be back right after this. Okay guys, here we are just about to jump into the next match in this best of three between NRD and HMNZ. We've got the tank picks underway. Let's run through them. So NRD this time around on mines. Keeping in mind now they are doing the defending. They have picked two IS3s, T32 and AMX 5100, one T54 lightweight, one AMX 1390 and an FV304. And as we get the countdown clock ticking down, let's take a look at what HMNZ are going to be bringing to the battle this time around. They have got an IS6, a T32, a Star 1, three T54 lightweights, great to see, and one AMX 12T. So I feel as though their lineup this time around much better, much more balanced. Still not convinced about the Star 1, but who knows, could be what I Am Kiwi is just a little bit more familiar with and comfortable with playing. So definitely a good reason to pick a tank if there ever was one. Right now though, we've got 3 seconds left until we get the rollout happening. HMNZ.
Time to roll out.
This lineup, yeah, it's tricky because they could send the heavies up the hill and the T54s to the kind of coast, but HMNZ, they're not really one to be predictable as a team, to be fair. So yeah, but interesting that we've got the FV304 in as well from Wilso. So right now Wilso is just just setting up to get in a good spot. Oh, there we go. There's some shots coming out. Tony and Death of Rats both taking some shots, and I think they both come out not roughly the same when that's all said and done. But it does mean that HMNZ have the hill at the moment, which is definitely a slight advantage. Right now though, China net for NRD might be in a little bit of trouble soon as these T54s are coming up around. And they might be pointing their turrets at him. Yes, they're definitely going to be. And there we go, just like that. He's dropped down to 358 HP. Can't really retaliate for that one, and 2 more shots will be enough to take him down. There we go. We're going to see some shots coming in. Yes, and even the ram, well, the attempted ram coming in, as well as Madman 99 is tracked again. Just needs one more shot to take him out. There we go. But Madman 99 has put himself into a dodgy position there. Does end up paying for it. In the meantime, though, China net, that's going to be the first man down for NRD as we see the base cap starting up. So NRD, they need to retaliate fast right here. They need to get that base cap stopped. It's on 68.70 at the moment. So very tricky for them. There we go. There's a reset coming in. Bogan Warrior dropping down to 84% HP, but suddenly Deadman Walking goes down, and these guys on the base cap are looking pretty good. Gohell 100% HP in his T32. We've got Bogan Warrior 84% as the FV304 shell just lands behind Gohell, but I think it might have just been enough to reset the cap. Right now though, NRD, they are pulling the trigger, so to speak, and retaliating. So we're seeing lots of shots come on towards these HMNZ tanks sitting in this 2 flag zone. Oh, look at that. Taney local in the T54 lightweight, 1% HP. Bogan Warrior takes down Panzer here's T32. So this is getting absolutely intense right now. Bogan Warrior still doing so much work in this IS6. I mean, they're just sitting here and doing work on the cap, which is working out really well for them at the moment. The IS3, and I think that the armor of the IS6, they're definitely playing in towards HMNZ's hands. We can see lots of ricochets, lots of dings, so to speak. But right now the base cap has pretty much been completely reset, and suddenly it's starting to not look quite so good for HMNZ as their tanks right here. Well, we haven't seen a kill put on the board by them anytime soon, and this is where the FV304 really comes into its own. Actually, it doesn't have to be within eyesight, within visible range of these 2 tanks to actually get the reset happening. There we are. It's just fired one, just missed Goalhell there, but he's going to be reloaded fairly soon, so they can keep up this kind of cap resetting business for as long as they want on the NRD side. As wow, Bogan Warrior, look at that, he's taken a lot of shots, but I Am Kiwi there taking down Extravagance, and suddenly, wow, only 2 tier 8s left on the NRD side, and Wilso really does need this this reset right here. He needs to get it, and he doesn't get it. Oh no, 80. The base cap is on 80 at the moment. 3 minutes left on the scoreboard. So these guys, they need to do something ASAP. And here we are, TKRR. He's going to try for something. I think he just shot into the ground right there. But there we go. Wilso 2276. The Artie comes into its own. TKRR finishes off the next one. And we've got 2 Tier 8 tanks remaining. I was about to say on both teams right there, but I am Kiwi Freedom. The only 2 remaining for HMNZ. And NRD, they've been dropped down to 1 Tier 8 tank and their Artie. So Death of Rats on, ooh, what is he on? 647. So this is going to be very, very tricky. Very, very tricky for NRD to actually play this one. They need to get it so that Wilso can help take out Kiwi Freedom here. And here we are, Death of Rats is going to get the shot. Okay, so 1 and 1 at the moment. Are we going to see the Artie shell coming in, though? They really need that right now. Yes, there we go. Death of Rats. Okay, so he's won out that one. We've got 2 minutes left. Now, the question now is, do you send the FE304 away to try and get back and hide? It looks like they are. And it's one of the great things about that FE304. Look at that, getting up to 60 k's an hour. And that's all that Wilso has to do there. He just has to bail. As Death of Rats, he's probably just going to be playing hide and seek now, as well as, oh, I'm Kiwi. Might have seen him. Doesn't get the shot, though. That's good news for Death of Rats and NRD. And this battle is going to come down to the wire. Kiwi, unless he gets himself into a cap zone fairly soon, it's going to be very hard for him to try and find both of these tanks in the minute that he's got left and take them down. You know, Death of Rats is 2 shots. The FE is, well, let's say 2 as well. So right now it's looking very good for NRD. Very well played as well. And I am Kiwi here. No, I thought he actually saw Death of Rats going up the hill. Maybe he didn't. Maybe that's why he's here at the moment. But there you go. So looks like right now I'm Kiwi going to be heading around the place here. The Star one, not the best for taking out the remaining 2 tanks, and for chasing down tanks, is it? I almost want something like an AMX 1390 for this job, but Star one, it was all that I'm Kiwi's going to have available to him, and it's not looking like he is going to get that there. It should potentially could have tried to go for the base cap, but not going to happen. So 10 seconds left. That is going to mean that NRD take this one out in style, and they're going to be pretty happy about that one, I think. A very close match as well, and well played to HMNZ. You know, coming down so close to a win like that after their first round, I mean, they can't be too disappointed.